what a lad. Well, the beauty of this podcast is hearing players' journeys from all different points of their career, and every season I've tried to get on a future legend of the game, and today there is no one that I rate higher to become one of the greats than today's guest. He's an absolute workhorse with the vision and game awareness of a playmaker. Add to that his skill set and toughness, and a huge engine to boot, all the attributes that any lock/player would just love to have. He's such a talent that it's not if we see this 21-year-old on the international stage, it's a matter of when. He's also a massive lad, as you'd expect, coming on the podcast, and I'm sure he has plenty of stories to share. It is, of course, the kid, Jamie Hanna. Welcome, mate.
Yeah, cheers for that kind intro, Jimmy. Cheers for having me on, and looking forward to following a few of the other boys' footsteps have been on here. It's been some good yarns, so if we can add a few.
Yeah, a lot of guys' careers take off post coming on this podcast, and maybe it's because I know what's about to happen, but like your future is huge, and hence why I called you the kid. I didn't realise people called you the kid because it is a baby goat or a future goat. Did you know that?
Oh no, I didn't actually think about that. Yeah, no, it's good chat.
Well, how are you, mate? Like, you've got through your first full season. Obviously, the year before you had a little taste, but this year you managed to get through a full season, played every game, played some big minutes, put in some good performances. How are you feeling after your first season?
Yeah, good. I was sort of getting a bit beaten up towards the end of the season, so it's been nice having a couple of weeks off. But I really enjoyed it, and already looking forward to next year, to be honest.
Yeah,
getting stuck in again. Yeah.
What was the biggest challenge for you? You mentioned your body and probably getting beaten up a little bit.
Yeah, coming in, week out. Obviously played a lot of rugby before this year, so just sort of understanding what it takes to get your body right and your mind ready to go for another Saturday. Week in, week out was probably the main thing, just over the course of the whole season.
Yeah. What's harder, the body or the mind?
I'm not sure. Probably the mind, because if you get to go mentally feeling fresh and that, it's pretty easy to drag your body along. But obviously, got to recover and do all that sort of thing as well. Make yourself feel a bit better.
And you had your shoulder surgery the year before. Did your shoulder get through fine this year? No issues?
It was pretty good. I sort of found it struggled a bit in the gym after playing and that, be a bit sore sort of Monday, Tuesday, but it's pretty good. Yeah, way better than what it was. So it's good. And
managed to clean up at the Crusaders awards, winning Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Did you expect that, or?
Nah, not really. I was sort of, didn't know if I was qualified because I got a couple of games the year before, but I'll take it. Some pretty legends of the game won that trophy before, so pretty cool to get my name on it.
Yeah. And then what's the plan for you now? Like you're training you've been called in to train with the All Blacks?
Yeah, there's been a sort of group of the Christchurch All Blacks, sort of all the guys have been at it before. Then there's a couple of us younger boys who have been doing a bit of training with them. This week, so. Yeah, that's been cool, just to get in around the coaches and see how they all operate. But I think there's a camp next week, so not sure if I'm going on that or not. But potentially that, and then into NPC in sort of mid-July. So looking forward to that as well.
Man, how good's that? Like, so you're in the frame that obviously All Blacks coaches have seen some things that they like from you to give you a sniff or get a bit more of a closer look.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully it's not just to hold the tackle bag for other boys, but I don't know. I think just getting in the environment and seeing how it operates, just you never know, down the line might end up in there. So it's good to have a bit of a taste of it now, I guess.
How good. And how were they? How were the coaches? Obviously you'd worked with a few of them before, but what was it like in there?
Nah, they were good. I think they were pretty keen to get into some coaching. You know, Scotty Hanson's had us, done down ups and con games, and I think they're all just pretty keen to get their teeth into it and get stuck in. Obviously, a lot of them haven't coached for probably 8 or since Super last year, so I think they were just pretty keen to get in on the grass and get into it.
I could imagine, mate. I could absolutely imagine, especially Scotty. He would have been getting right into it.
But a wrestle run on that, it's just getting stuck into us younger boys. It's good though.
Good stuff. Well, obviously exciting times for you and what's around the corner. If you miss the All Blacks, you're with Canterbury?
So I was meant to have my first year with Canterbury last year, but obviously had that shoulder injury. So got another 2 years with Canterbury. Be looking forward. Hopefully get the debut.
Yeah, crazy that you haven't even played an NPC game yet.
Yeah, it's a bit funny. I think there's been a couple of boys like that, but yeah, no, it should be good. I think Drummo's got his 100th lined up for round 1, so
oh wow,
it'd be pretty cool if I'd tag along to that with my debut. So yeah, could be a good night at the bush in after that. Yeah,
no doubt. How good's the bush in?
yeah. Drummo will drag us down there. Yeah.
Well, anyway, we will get to your story. Growing up, you weren't born in Christchurch, were you?
Nah, I was actually born in London. Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah. So yeah, my parents met over there and were living over there, and obviously had me, and then I was only over there for 9 months or so, I think, before I moved over. So yeah,
English passport.
Yeah, got the golden ticket.
Jeez, no wonder the All Blacks are trying to get you into camp.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, so yeah, I was born over there, and then moved to Oxford and sort of North Canterbury, and then so grew up out there and spent all my childhood out there.
What did your parents do? Were they on a farm out there, or?
Yeah, we had a little lifestyle block, and old man worked on a few farms, did a few truck driving jobs and that sort of thing, and then mum was sort of an accountant for house travel. So
true. Have you got brothers and sisters or any siblings?
Yeah, just a younger sister. So shared her horses and all that sort of thing out there, and it was good. Yeah, it was good fun growing up out there.
Did you get into the horses?
Nah, I wasn't too keen on that. Had a motorbike. Yeah. But less admin than motorbikes. Yeah.
So what was your sort of normal life like out there? Were you into sports or? Yeah,
I was pretty into my sport. And then like farming and hunting and all that sort of thing. So pretty stock standard, probably kids sort of rural upbringing. Helping out on farms and stuff all around, and on the motorbike, had like a riverbed next to my house. Would just be going up and down there all day. And
True.
Had mates around the corners as well, so playing rugby, and it was good.
In all sports, or
mainly rugby when I was sort of little, and then played a bit of cricket at the start of high school as well. Yeah, a bit of basketball as well.
Oh yeah.
They were probably the main three. Yeah.
When did you get tall, or like when did you have your big growth spurt?
Yeah, I've always been tall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was tall all the way through. So
True.
Yeah, but like I said, I was built like a rake. Just nothing to me, but I always had the height.
So you never had like one massive growth spurt. Here, some guys who are tall might have this.
I think I was just consistent grower from a young age. So
tall parents?
Nah, not really. I think old man's brothers are quite tall. I think he missed out, but yeah, he's getting pretty old now. He's starting to shrink, I think. So yeah, that's what everyone says. Where to get your height from? Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So your rugby, were you good, or being that tall and beanpole rake? Would you call yourself a rake?
I don't know. Yeah, I never really thought I was that good, but I used to love it. So played. My junior club was Oxford out in the country there. So that was always a good day going out there and having some salves after your game and sticking around playing in a hedge or something till the seniors game, and running the ball around for that. And so that was what most Saturdays looked like as a kid, just at the rugby club, hanging out there for the day. So that was always good fun.
Did you love it? Did you love watching the game? Were you obsessed with it?
Yeah, I was obsessed with it. Yeah, probably more then than I am now, to be fair. When you're a kid, you just wanted to play for the Div 1 team, and then you go to high school and all you wanted to do was play for the first 15 and that. So I was always pretty keen on it. Yeah.
Who was your hero?
I'm not too sure. I remember seeing like Will Jordan, all those sort of guys. Alex Nankerville.
Yeah,
playing when I was just starting. So there's a few guys like that. Yeah,
true. Man, it shows you how young you are. Will Jordan, who's 25, is your hero as a kid.
Oh yeah, obviously like in the professional game, like Whitelock and all those. DC and all those guys. Yeah, but in terms of like school, when I was sort of looking up to guys in the first 15 and that. Yeah.
Did you make the rep teams going through?
Yeah, I made like the old North Canterbury under 65s and that sort of thing, and when I moved into town, made the metro teams and that, but still never really thought sort of rugby would be like an option to be a professional or anything like that. I suppose looking back, I did sort of make all the rep teams coming through, but it wasn't probably till last couple of years of school where I sort of thought could actually be a viable option to have a decent crack at it.
And that was, you went to Christchurch Boys, obviously.
It was in the hostel there, so it was good fun.
At the hostel?
Yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah. What year did you make the first 15?
Year 12.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, just 2 years in the first 15.
So this was the year you sort of felt like, shit, there could be an opportunity. You made the New Zealand bar bars at the end of that year?
Yeah. I was remember sort of midway through the season, and one of the first 15 coaches said to me, he's like, "Oh, I'd like sort of keep your head down, like you could be in with a bit of a sniff for a schools or bar bars team." And like before then, I was like didn't even think that was sort of even possible really. So and then got stuck in the rest of the year and ended up making that bar bars team. And then sort of all kicked off from there, I guess.
What did you do? Like obviously your skill set sets you apart from especially other forwards or locks in the country, I guess. Like how hard did you work on that, and when did you sort of start? Were you always a lock or?
Yeah, I played like number 8 when coming through the junior grades, but when I went to high school, it was sort of just lock and a little bit of 6 sometimes. But like the skill set, I think probably just being in the hostel, I reckon, was a big part of that. Like every night we'd be playing touch on the field or league, so it'd be into that every night, and even like cricket and stuff, just all that stuff is good for your hand-eye. I think it's probably the main thing, just having like 30 other mates you can throw a ball around with every night probably makes a big difference. And then obviously worked pretty hard at training and in the gym and that sort of thing in the last couple of years of school, so probably helped a bit as well.
And what about like gym work? Is that when that sort of started for you, or when did you
probably a little bit towards the end of year 12, year 13, but like sort of a couple times a week. Just sort of learning how to lift properly and that. But I wasn't not like some of these schools you hear up in the North Island where they're all in the gym.
The Noah Hothams of the world.
They're all benching like 140 when they sort of start here, and I'm still trying to crack the 100, So I wasn't that much in the gym, but yeah.
But how'd you feel year 13?
Yeah, no, it was good. Yeah, I was obviously made the bar bars team the year before that, so I sort of had spoken to that same sort of school teacher about the academies and that sort of thing. So I sort of like, I'll get stuck in this year and try to get into an academy and make the schools team. And it's fine. I was just got stuck in.
Did you make New Zealand schools the following year?
Yeah. It was actually that COVID year though. So
true.
We ended up just having a team on paper, but we played like a internal game, I guess, sort of up in Hamilton, I think it was. So yeah.
Oh, that was niggly.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Missed out on the trip to Aussie or something like that. But
and at this point, you now feel like rugby could be a genuine.
Because at the start of that year, ended up getting a phone call from Aaron Webb, the academy manager, and started going into the academy sort of like once a week.
Oh, okay.
Just doing a similar thing like in the gym, learning how to squat and all that sort of shit. So, that's when I was sort of like, it could actually be a bit of a pathway here with the academy and all that. So, that's probably when it sort of started to click a little bit.
How'd you find it going into it?
Yeah, it was good. Pretty tough, like big afternoons, especially like over the summer when you're working and stuff. I was working on a farm, like 20 minutes out of town, so driving in sort of 3-4 o'clock after that, and getting dragged up hills by Steph or in the gym all afternoon. I reckon the days in the academy are way harder than once you get into the real thing, because you're working or doing uni all day, and then got to go train from 4 till you'd be there till sometimes 7 at night. And then go home and do it all again. So
makes you appreciate it though, eh? Like makes you appreciate it once you make it, and
100%.
that hard work that you've obviously put in to get to where you are.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's good for you though, eh? It toughens you up a bit, and sort of find out who really wants it when you're in there.
And they've obviously got a really good success rate, the Crusaders Academy here too. Most, I think it's like 80 or 90% of them end up playing professionally. So
that's what I sort of remember thinking in the first sort of like induction. There were like 9 out of 10 guys who come through here professional rugby players by the end of it. So like it's all there for you. All you got to do is work hard. And I was like, fuck, it doesn't sound that hard really. Put my head down for a few years and stats should take care of it.
Yeah. Were you doing uni at this point?
Yeah. So I went out to Lincoln and the halls, and so that was good fun as well. A couple of years out there.
What were you studying?
I was doing a BCom Ag. So had a couple mates from school, and then met a whole heap of boys from all over the country there, and still good mates with a lot of them now, and flat with a few of them and stuff. So
you don't still study any of it?
Nah, all wrapped up now.
Done it.
Yeah.
Qualified?
Oh, not qualified. Ended up coming out just with a diploma in commerce. Yeah. I was never that big on the old uni thing, but it sort of lined up with some of the rugby stuff, and I was like, probably be a bit easier trying to crack rugby studying all day rather than
on the
swinging
farm.
a hammer on the farm. Yeah, so, but yeah, got that. I'm sure Mum would have liked to see me finish it, but yeah, maybe one day, I don't know.
Maybe one day, yeah. So while you're at uni, obviously you're playing good footy, New Zealand 20s. You make New Zealand 20s at this point?
Yeah. So, yeah, made 20s in my second year of uni. So, yeah, that was good fun. Went over to the Oceanias tournament in Sunshine Coast. So, yeah, went and played that, and yeah, that was good.
Was there a World Cup that year?
Nah, there wasn't. It was sort of, as I was coming through, it was just all the
COVID,
it's just, the COVID generation.
It's neglect.
Yeah. So, no World Cup or anything, but yeah, we ended up winning that tournament. It was just Aussie, Fiji, and Argentina. So that was still a good experience. So
you had a good crew that year, eh? Like I remember Noah was in your team, eh?
Yeah, we had Noah and Bally and Macca, all those boys. Like Fabian down south,
Peter Lakai.
Yeah, Peter Lakai, Wallace, Chiefs. So, yeah, quite a few boys have kicked on from that team. So,
I remember asking Noah who he felt, must have been a year ago, who he felt was going to be the first All Black out of that group, and he said Peter Lakai. But going to be interesting. A few of those guys have had big seasons, including yourself, and it'll be interesting to see who wins that race to be the first All Black out of that group. Yeah, who would your money be on?
Peter, he'd probably be up there, I reckon.
He's had a hell of a year.
Hell of a year, yeah. No, he's pretty gun, so I wouldn't be too surprised if his name pops up there.
Yeah. Fair bit of competition at loose forwards, though, eh? Like, far out, there's quality loose forwards everywhere, even Wallace.
He's had the last couple of games, he's been, carving up, so, a few headaches for the coaches.
Yeah. Or decisions to be made. So once you've played New Zealand 20s, obviously teams all get pretty excited about the next talent. Everyone wants to get hold of it. Who came calling for you? I'm sure there's teams from all over the world.
Yeah, not quite the whole world, but South Island. Had my agent give me a call one day, and the Highlanders were showing me a bit of interest. So that was the first sort of team that came calling. But I sort of said to my agent, I'd probably take it if I didn't get anything up here, but I'm not really that keen to go down there. Like, I want to be a Crusader. So he ended up getting in touch with the Gus and that, and got me all sorted and signed up here for a couple of years. So
sweet.
That all worked out pretty well. But it was pretty nervous times. I was like, fuck, like if the Crusaders don't want me, I'm gonna have to go down to Dunedin. And I was pretty stoked to get a gig up here. And so obviously growing up my whole life here, so team I wanted to play for. So
what does that sort of contract look like?
It was sort of a year of like just a development year. So I did last year I did a whole year just in and around the team training. And then there was a few injuries, so ended up playing in a couple of games, but sort of like I guess an apprenticeship as such. Which was real good with obviously Sammy and Scoot and that, just learning off them week in, week out, and then playing club rugby, and then 3 years. Obviously with this year being my first year. Yeah.
You mentioned Sammy and Scoot. What is it like learning off those two? Obviously had Sammy on, and man, what a wise man he is. He loves to talks about how much he loves to help younger players. Is it true?
Yeah, definitely. He was probably a big part of the reason I stayed here as well, because I was sort of like, I could go to the Landers and learn my trade down there, but he's probably one of the best locks in the world ever up here, right in front of me. I should probably stick around here for another year and sort of learn my trade off him. And he was unreal. Just little bits of gold here and there you wouldn't even think of. And just how to be a professional as well, like with the sort of gym stuff and eating and all that sort of thing. He had a sort of similar journey to me. Putting on weight when he was a bit younger. So definitely got some gold out of him.
Yeah, how hard's that weight thing been for you? Like every time I look at you, you've usually got something in front of you trying to eat or like get something into you. How hard is it for you to keep the weight on or put the weight on?
Yeah, it's been pretty tough since leaving school. Like it's always probably been a bit of a challenge for me. I don't know. I think it's just the metabolism, or I don't know what it is, being young. But if I have a couple of days where I don't eat as well, I can lose a couple of kilos just like that. And it's probably been the main thing the last few years for me, just getting stuck in the gym and eating as much as I can to get that weight on. But yeah, I've put a bit on. I think might have been like 93 or 94 when I left school, started the academy, and I'm up to about 111 now, so 112. So
it's decent, eh?
Yeah, it's been a bit of a change. But
what sort of weight do they want you at, or do you want to be at?
I reckon around that 116, maybe 117. Yeah. Probably don't want to be too heavy. Keep some, still be mobile around the field. But I think it's just it takes a bit of time though as well. Like sort of every off season, come back and try to run around in the first sort of pre-season hit it. I'm like, fuck, I can't really move, but you get used to it, and then go again. So yeah.
And the key to putting that weight on, like, pretty good success from 93 to 100 and whatever it was, but what's been the key to putting that weight on?
It's literally just eating as much as you can. Like you don't have to get too flashy with it. I think like just getting as many meals in a day and snacks and stuff, and then just getting stuck in the gym. I think last year when I was in training with you boys, I was doing like 5 gym sessions a week. Like the team's doing like 3. There's no really easy way to do it. You just gotta get stuck in and be consistent with it as well is probably the main thing.
You did your shoulder, you had to have surgery on it. I guess that was at the end of that super season, but how did that affect your weight or strength and ability?
It probably did affect me a little bit just because I'd play like in the weekend, and it was by the time I got the operation on it was in pretty bad nick. Like I was popping out during clarity sessions and stuff, so like I get in the gym I even popped out in the gym once. So I couldn't really lift that well, and stroke couldn't really play that well either, just because my shoulder felt like it was going to come out every time I'd make a tackle, sort of thing. That was a bit of a struggle, but I think having 6 months off is almost good for my body as well, just to let it grow a bit sort of naturally and not have as much stress training on it and that sort of thing. So hopefully put a bit of muscle on the pins, but the upper body sort of dropped off a wee bit, but
It's crazy to think you're in your first year of Super Rugby, having your probably debut against the Brumbies. You've got a shoulder which is dislocating at that point, is it? Yeah. How are you feeling going into that? Are you feeling nervous because of the shoulder, or are you feeling just excited to get out there and rip in?
I think before the game I was like nervous, but as soon as I sat on the bench I was pretty just keen to get out there and get stuck in, and then especially after that first game I was like, it's actually not that bad out here. Like I think all those games look way worse when you're watching from the sideline in terms of like the physicality and that. Once I got out there I was like, this is sweet, but the shoulder thing was a bit sort of got a few bad habits just with tackling on that side because I didn't want to lift my arm up because that's where it was real vulnerable and would pop out all the time. So Toddy's been on my case about that this year, trying to stamp that shoulder charge sort of habit out. But I was more excited to get stuck into it.
And what a place to do it at home with half the stand wearing Hannah Montana masks. It's just the whole Lincoln crew. Always got to find something to give me a bit of shit about, so thought I'd rock up with that. They've never called me Hannah Montana in my life, but I think that was probably the most PG nickname in case it got on TV. It was unreal having it in front of all my friends and family, and it was unreal night. What was the night like? Do you celebrate a big debut like that, or?
It was good. We went down to the Bush Inn and
shout out to the Bush Inn and
Drummer even bought me a beer, so that's pretty good. And then
it must have been special.
I think Dunshay got a bottle of Zambica out and he was trying to feed that to me, but he's a bit of a bad influence. But it was good. Good night.
And then you get a few more games throughout the year coming off the bench. And how are you feeling throughout those games? Are you feeling like you're wanting more, or?
I was loving it, especially when you're like in around training with the team all year, sort of pretty keen to get out there and play. So it was cool to get that. And then, I sort of knew towards the end of the season I was going to get my shoulder operated on. So, I think it just gave me a bit of confidence for the next season coming back from a shoulder, just that I knew sort of what it was all about. And, I was just sort of, I think, as soon as I got my shoulder operated on, I was like, I can't wait just to get back out there and, show it off God and try to get a spot in the team.
Yeah, and you headed over to the UK at the start of the year, got to play in some pretty awesome stadiums with awesome atmosphere. And how were those games for you?
Yeah, no, they were good, eh? Yeah, obviously that first game against Munster was my first game of rugby I'd played in probably 8 months. So,
Yeah.
I was a wee bit nervous, but yeah, I was just keen to get out there and get stuck in, coming off the bench. So, yeah, no, it was good.
First touch, Rasley offload to Dallas McLeod around the corner. Oh,
good. Yeah, no, I just remember thinking before the game, like, might as well just get out there and have a crack. Got nothing to lose. So,
have you always had that mindset? Because obviously, one that I think any player would love to have, but easier said than done around just going out there and playing.
Yeah, I think that's probably something I picked up through my under-20s year. Like, going through that year, you get all these new coaches and sort of introduced to all this professional stuff, especially around your mindset and all that sort of thing, around like the red head and blue head and all the different structures and skill sets you should be using in games. And I think that ended up being quite cluttered, like when I was playing, and probably didn't play that well that year. So I think after that year, I was sort of like, just need to actually strip it back a bit and take the game for what it is and keep it simple. And that's probably where I learned that if you get too complicated and stuck in your own head, you never really play that well. So it's more just about going out there and having fun and getting stuck in, I reckon, sort of, works for me anyway. Yeah.
Mate, you've cracked it and 21 years old, and you've already realised that. It's pretty cool and pretty exciting because, everyone, like every level you sort of go up, you feel that extra pressure, and it feels like whatever level you're playing at, you're still going to go out there like that kid who just loves to run around with his mates from the halls and play a bit of touch footy in the backyard.
Yeah, I think that's what even Tams was saying that to me this year. Like, as you go up in the grades, it actually just gets simpler and simpler. So but I think every sort of young player goes through that, I'd say. When you're learning about, it's getting quite serious with all the structures and professionalism around your mindset and stuff, it can get quite cluttering because you're trying to take it all in. But really, there's only a couple of probably pieces you need to take from it for yourself and find what works for you. But
what has been the hardest adjustment going from school footy to professional footy?
I reckon it was that year. Like that year, I probably struggled quite a lot. Yeah, just because, you're obviously keen as, and you're hearing all this stuff like what you should be doing, and like when you're in the game, like being in a real clear head and focus on your task and all that sort of thing, which is true. But you still got to have a bit of edge to you, and I think that was probably the toughest year for me, that under-20s year, just because I wasn't playing that well and was getting a bit bogged down and all that sort of thing. So, but once I sort of worked that out, it was good to go.
How hard's the line out? I guess adjustment from obviously schoolboy line-out's probably a little bit different. You've skipped the Canterbury, the NPC phase, so going from a school line-out or New Zealand 20s or whatever line-out to a Crusader line-out with, like you said, Scooter and Sam Whitelock and some pretty good callers.
Yeah, obviously, but bit more complicated than the old school line-out, so just jump at the front or the back sort of thing. Because we had that NDC year as well, where I came in and did like a pre-season and a couple of days a week.
Oh, yeah.
In my 20s year, so that was a good sort of introduction to what it's sort of like. And then, I've been sitting in like strap meetings since I've come in pretty much with Sammy and Scoot. So, seeing how they operate and, going from sort of thinking a line-out's just how you win the ball to what it actually sets up now with like our maps and all that sort of thing. And, like the why behind it all. I've learned heaps, and a lot more complicated, but easy enough once you get your sort of head around the concept.
Are you a confident line-out caller?
Because I haven't really called much the last couple of years, but definitely keen to hopefully do a bit of that in the NPC and start sort of developing that as sort of part of my game.
Because there's a bit to it, eh? Like,
there is.
I sit in some of those strap meetings. I think there's a lot going on in a line-out.
There is. Yeah, especially around like the previewing and all that sort of thing. Like I think during the week, probably that's where I put most of my time into, is previewing stuff around the line out and set piece. Because it seems to be quite complex, but then it also can be simple. So it's a bit of a balancing act.
And I want to talk about your skill set a little bit more, because I've seen you've worked so hard on your skill set. And when did you sort of decide, or what made you make that commitment to focusing on your skill set more than potentially lifting, or comparing you to some locks that I played with over in the UK who would spend majority of their time in the gym, like whereas you're working on your ball out the back or your long catch pass or kick off receipt. You've definitely skill set focused. When did you make that decision?
Yeah, I think it was probably at the hostel as well. Had a old hostel manager there, and he sort of said, like, if you want to go far in rugby, it's your skill set that's going to get you there, because anyone can put on size, but if you have like a world class skill set, that'll sort of set you apart. So yeah, used to spend a bit of time there, like especially in my last couple of years when I sort of got the bug for it, just like catching high balls on the tennis courts and throwing a ball around. I had a couple other boys that were real keen on sort of rugby as well, so we used to do a bit of work together. But then I think coming in here, because I've never really been the biggest as well. I've had to probably use my skill set a bit more and like use my feet and carries and stuff like that. So I think it's always probably been a strength of mine. And then I just sort of thought, whereas I teach in the academy and that, like, got to keep your strength. So always keep working on it as I've come through, and try to keep it that way for the next few years. But yeah,
I when I saw you, I thought you must have played 10 growing up or been a back, because your skill set, like I see you at the back of shapes and your vision's a lot more open to a usual forward. Like you're looking at kick space. It looks like you're looking at how tight the winger is, and you're pulling out the back and calling for it and things like that, which you don't often see. So, but you've just put that down to playing that touch and
probably that. And I also played a bit of sevens at school as well.
Oh, that's right.
In year 12 and 13 played sevens, and that was probably real good for all that sort of thing, like your catch pass and your footwork and vision and all that sort of thing. So
how'd you go at sevens?
Yeah, ended up being all right. But, ended up in year 12. Yeah, went up to the Condors team just with skill, and I'd just catch all the kickoffs off, get our ball back, put a high one like on the 10 and just run up there, and so I was about a foot taller, and jump up and catch it above my head. And then, I think the New Zealand skills team or whatever, must have thought that could be quite handy. So ended up playing for them, just go, stand out on the wing. And
did you make New Zealand skills at sevens?
In year 12. So played with a few boys that are on the circuit now, like Roderick Solo and all those boys. But I was just on the wing, come and catch the kickoff and run a few tries in. But that was good fun though. But
did you play on the wing?
No,
just for the kickoffs.
True
kickoff specialist.
So that was good fun. It was pretty good for my skill set and all that sort of thing. But
and I'm guessing your motor, like your engine, your fitness, and that sort of stuff.
Probably always been a bit of a strength of mine as well, the fitness. So can't be big and strong, but try to be better somewhere else.
Would you look to play it again, or Olympics around the corner?
Nah, I don't. I think my sevens days are long gone. I probably would have been, I don't know, low 90s, 80, high 80s sort of when I was playing that. But I think if I tried to play a sevens game now, I'd run out of puff pretty quick. It
is a tough game, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, how good. So your plans going forward, you've got Canterbury, potentially NPC round the corner. Unless there's a surprise in this All Black naming. Have you got any plans for that All Black naming? Obviously had Cam Roigard on, who had his whole family come around to watch the announcement, and felt like a lot of extra pressure. Would you?
Yeah, no.
Where will you watch the announcement?
I don't know. I haven't really put any thought into it, to be honest. Like, it's only been this week really. I sort of realised I could be in with a chance. So I don't know. Maybe just shoot around home with the olds or something. But probably keep it pretty quiet. I don't know.
Because obviously I talked to guys in hindsight around how their All Black naming went, but this is like, when's it named? Like a week?
Yeah, I think Monday
week. So this is going to come out on Sunday. So
I don't know.
Oh, who knows? We may be talking to a very recent All Black, but So if you're not in there, you're playing a big year with Canterbury.
So I think we're into it middle of July, a couple of pre-season games, then get stuck in. So I'm looking forward to that. It seems like a lot of fun, that NPC campaign. It'd be good to get stuck in.
And then you're back. You said you're back with the Crusaders for what, 2 more years?
Got another 2 years.
More years.
So, loving it here at the moment. So yeah, hopefully stick around after that as well and do a good few years here.
And then ambitions obviously is to become an All Black.
Yeah.
Basically as soon as you can.
Yes, play for the Crusaders for as long as I can and the All Blacks, and then pretty keen to head overseas at some stage as well and just experience that. Maybe France or Japan or something like that, or England. So it'd be pretty cool to go play over there and do a bit of travelling and that sort of towards the back end of my career. But I don't know, still a while away yet, hopefully. So.
Yeah. Which place stands out to you over there? Which competition at the moment?
I'm not sure. I reckon France would be pretty cool, but I don't know if that might just be more the lifestyle I'm thinking than rugby. But France. Yeah. I don't know about the the Japanese would probably be quite good for me as well. Just sort of quite fast and
suit you, yeah.
But I'm not sure. I don't know. Still haven't put so much thought into
the yen.
The yen go right. But no, I don't know. Still a wee way down the track.
You're only 21. Oh, God, so young, so much ahead of you.
Yeah. So I've got a bit of time to think about it.
Have you got much of an idea on life post footy?
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest. Obviously had a bit of a farming background, but I don't know, potentially like a bit of building. Try to start up a building company or something like that.
Anna's building.
Yeah. But no, I don't know. Yeah, like I say, hopefully got a few years before I have to worry about any of that. So yeah.
Mate, exciting times. What a journey you're about to have. I'm very envious of you as a 21-year-old sitting there with what's about to happen. But we have gone to our questions. We've got plenty coming from some of your uni mates or school mates.
Be good.
Or, a few guys. But first one is, how did you get the nickname Food Bill?
Oh, that one was actually Richie Moanga. Just from I used to come in, especially when I was injured and stuff, and still have all the team lunches and take an extra one for the next day and always be eating. So, Richie reckoned I was chewing up a bit of a food bill. So, that's what he calls me. But,
What about stilts? This one's probably a bit more obvious. Oh, actually, food bill was quite obvious too. But.
Obviously just the long pins. So, I think that started in the academy. But, that's probably my go-to name now, even though Jamie. So, everyone sort of calls me that.
Stilts. Yeah, love it. Okay. Ask him the backstory about having to do community service at the Lincoln Halls in his first year.
We were, I think it was like a Friday arvo or something. We'd all finished exams or whatever, and we'd head down to Taylor's Mistake for the sort of about lunchtime and had a few beers down there. And then, all rolled back up to uni for dinner, and there must have been probably 20 or 30 of us in the kitchen, and then, we're all pretty bit intoxicated, as you can imagine, after a big day in the sun and a few beers. And then, ended up just a bit of food getting flown around and in the halls in the dining room.
What a genuine food fight.
Yeah, a bit of a food fight. But, there was a pretty big crew of us ended up on that, so ended up scrumming a few dishes for a couple of hours, but... Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Worth it.
Yeah. No, all fun and games. Get it all cleaned up.
Oh, that's good stuff. Okay, has he had more chicks interested in him now that he's a Crusader?
No, I don't think so. I think it's, always just been the good looks and good chat's been going all right for me. So, nah.
There's not many single guys in our team these days, eh?
Yeah, pretty scared. I think there might only be 5 or 6 of us. Yeah, so.
You and Springer, basically.
Yeah, Deej.
Dom Gardner.
Corey, that's about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You 4 scrapping
whatever's left in Christchurch, yeah.
Okay, this one, you have a good one. Hardest player to tackle?
I reckon probably a Safa Amoa.
Oh, yeah.
Had to try to tackle him a couple of times in pre-season and just about got knocked out both times, I reckon. He's just so, quite short and just muscly, powerful fucking.
He is very powerful.
Yeah, so, you get your head in front of his knees, doesn't go that well, so, yeah.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Which lock has had the biggest impact on your career? You might have already answered this.
Yeah, probably Sam and Scoot. Yeah. Probably Scooter more so, especially this year. With him, even though he's been injured, he's been quite good at just sort of pointing me in the right direction in a few areas. So probably him. Yeah.
What sort of stuff does he give you? What's the That's a goal Scoot's given you?
Oh, just stuff around like ball carry and just heaps of like little drills and then obviously around the line out, like especially on defense with a few sort of skill set things there. So yeah, he's been pretty good.
He loves it, eh?
Yeah. No, he's good. Yeah, he's a bit of a wizard there. So yeah, he's good to have.
Next question is: what is a potential roadblock from stopping you from becoming a great All Black?
Shit, that's a tough question.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Hopefully no injuries and that. I think, looking after my body the next few years is going to be pretty important. And then, just making sure I'm still having fun and not getting too bogged down and, how serious and the pressure and all that sort of thing. So, I think they're probably the key things for me going forward. Just make sure I'm still having fun and looking after the rig and, rest should take care of itself.
Oh, like that.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay, next one. This is from a young lock. How do you manage the giraffe stage as a young lock after your growth spurt and be able to keep your coordination?
I reckon that's where just like playing lots of different sports probably helps.
Yeah.
Having a ball in your hand as much as possible. Whether you're playing tennis or basketball or touch or whatever. But I think we all go through that being tall. So
well, you were quite lucky. You sort of went through it quite steadily,
consistently. But
probably a giraffe the whole way through.
That's probably the main thing. Cross codes, as I say,
like that. Okay, last question. Best piece of advice you have for a lad listener? I know you listen, so I know you've got something good for me here.
Probably. I don't want to get too deep on it.
Yeah, get deep. Go deep. Cry if you want.
Yeah, I don't want to sound too inspirational because I'm not. But I don't know. Like if you want to do something like with your life, just go get after it. Like it's not really anything stopping you. Like that's what I sort of found with rugby. Like it's all there if you want to work for it. So it's easy as that. Really, I reckon.
Yeah.
Hard work and you can do whatever you want. So
how'd you get that mindset, or where did that come from? Like.
Probably like from a child, like my parents are pretty hard workers, so it's probably just been drilled into me from a young age. Like my old man always used to say, like if you want to enjoy rugby and stuff and be better, like go for a run and get fit and you just got to work hard. So that's probably just from an early age drilled into me. But I think also maybe like working on farms and stuff as a kid, like. Had this old boss on a farm I was working. He used to work me to the ground, so it was bloody good for me though. Like in the long run, like taught me how to work. So, that's probably the main things I get that from. But I reckon that's probably the best piece of advice I've got.
Jeez, that is good advice,
inspirational.
Mate. You've played that down. That's some of the best advice we've ever had on here. So
there you go,
mate. I knew you would have some in you because. Mate, you're an absolute wizard, and it's been awesome working with you and seeing your growth over the last couple of years. And like I said in the start, I'm so excited about your future and where you're going to get to, and looking forward to potentially watching this back, not only next week, but potentially in 10 years' time, and sort of reflect on where you were at this point and where you got to. And it's been awesome having you on the podcast, mate.
Cheers for having me on.
You're a true lad.
Yeah, hopefully some decent yarns there for you.
Mate, best ever.
Yeah, cheers.